What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen, today I'm here to talk about the UFC fighters that genuinely have plot armor. Like, there is no other way of explaining how these dudes manage to pull off the wins and the resume that they have. If they're up in the S and the A tier, I truly believe the UFC is scripted and these guys are the main character. If they're down in the C and the D tier, the writing team is trying to kill them off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you guys are going to understand exactly what I mean. I've done a video naming fighters in every division like this, but I wanted to expand it and really cover as many fighters as I could that I feel fit this description. So let's get into this, man. I'm excited to talk about this. I feel like this is very topical. This is very important to discuss in MMA because people talk about, oh, the outside foot belt, dude, the way he's hand fighting. No, man. Vibes, plot armor. Just got a feeling about it. I don't know, man. That is the best way to analyze MMA, in my humble opinion, as the best predictor on YouTube. So let's get into this, man. Coming in hot. We're going to put Manel Kape at the B tier. This guy literally can eye poke you with two hands, kick you in the nuts. No one is going to hold it against. And he has boobs like Izzy, but no one's going to hold it against him because we love Manel Kape. He is a main character. He's a very exciting character in the UFC. He's one of the only flyweights that has a fucking personality. And for that reason, this man does have a little bit of plot armor. I'm not going to put him in the A or the S tier because if he had full-blown, like main character privileges, he would have won the split decision against Mateus Nicolau or Pantoja, right? He can do whatever he wants against these other contenders. I don't think he's going to win the belt, so I'm going to put him in the B tier, but he definitely does have a little bit of plot armor in the UFC. I'm going to put Manel Kape at the B tier. Let's move on to one of our first S tier entrants, Ilia Topuria. Dude, this guy, there's no explanation of this guy, bro. Dude, this guy, oh my god, man. Every top contender, like Volk and Max, they miraculously come down from 155, where they've taken a little bit of damage, and they have to cut back down to 145 on a pretty quick turnaround to fight this fucking guy with pure hatred in his heart, who only wants to sleep every beloved fighter in the UFC, and he's ticking off the list every single pay-per-view. I'm worried for Charles. I'm worried for Dustin. I'm worried for Islam now that people like him. I think Ilia Topuria is definitely like a main villain, like a final boss of the UFC. This guy definitely has an ordained ability to just chin any beloved fighter. Doesn't matter if they've never been knocked out or dropped before. Topuria could still chin you, dude. I think Topuria definitely belongs in the S tier of this category. There's no explaining the run that this evil 5'7" man is on. Like, this guy has pure hatred in his fucking heart, dude. And nothing can stop him. We're gonna put him in the S tier, all right? Next guy to talk about, he just fought, man. And listen, I don't want to exaggerate the quality of this card. Listen, man, Roman Dolidze is going in the B tier. That was like blockhead WrestleMania over the weekend, dude. Apex fights, non-stop finishes, NPCs just going at it, swinging fucking hooks, and Roman Dolidze in the main event puts on a fucking masterclass against Marvin Vettori. This guy managed to find Marvin Vettori at a time where he doesn't have one of his two only attributes. Marvin Vettori, obviously, you guys know, no boxing abilities, no real submission threat. He's not going to KO you. They put up a graphic on the screen of like, Marvin Vettori's never finished a fight past the first round. Why would you display? Why is that worth mentioning to the fans, dude? And then in the corner in round 5, Mike Brown's like, you got to get it. You got to go finish him, Marvin. This guy has no idea who he's dealing with because Marvin Vettori could not get through the plot armor of Roman Dolidze. This guy can fluke a finish over anybody. When he called out Robert Whittaker, a chill went down my spine, dude. Because why can I see this fucking goofy goober caveman clubbing Robert Whittaker in the back of the head and just KOing him, dude? Roman Dolidze has a little bit of plot armor, and it comes through even when he loses clearly. Like, I thought Marvin Vettori very clearly won the first fight that they had, and I thought Nasruddin Imavov 50-44'd him. They had both of those as split decisions, bro. This guy, somebody in the UFC writing department fucked Roman Dolidze heavily, so we're going to put him in the B tier because he hasn't, fluked a top contender yet. He hasn't won a belt, so we'll put him in the B tier, all right, man? Next guy to talk about, this guy doesn't have plot armor. He's getting written off TV as we speak. Dude, this fight's gonna be the fucking shit, dude. Dude, Bobby Green. Oh, man. Bobby Green. This guy, they changed the character name a little bit. They're workshopping a couple of ideas in the writing room. I can let you guys know that. Get ready for the Joshua Van title run, the Paddy Pimblett title run. These things are all in development in the writing team. And unfortunately, we're going to be writing off Bobby Green this year. He's had a good run on the show. He had a couple of good wins against Nasrat Haqparast. I remember that. Alaya Quinta. I'm sure there's other people that he beat. I'm sure there is. But listen, dude, Bobby Green is one of the most unlucky people in the UFC. This guy gets slept out cold by Jalen Turner. Literally, like the meme of when you go, yo, early stoppage when someone gets slept. Bobby Green is like what those people want. He is like a CT Society dream highlight reel with that KO. Bobby Green takes life-altering damage against Jalen Turner. Gets brutalized by fucking Paddy Pimblett. Gets brutalized by Mauricio Rufy. I think that Bobby, even against Dustin Poirier, this guy tries to do his little emoting and just gets chinned. I think Bobby Green is one of the most unlucky people in the UFC. He's going in the D tier, all right, man? Next guy to talk about, listen, I don't think he has a lot of main character energy. I guess I'll say that, and he probably sees himself this way. I bring a lot of luck and autism to this fight, and let's go for that. Yuri Prochazka, like I said, this guy has main character energy, bro. This guy is a little bit like an anime type main character, bro. Like, even when he gets fucked up by Alex Pereira, he's still bouncing back. He's still able to come back and pull off these crazy wins against Glover, Teixeira, Volkan, Oezdemir. So I think that even against Dominic Reyes, that's another great example. This guy gets slept out cold with the up kick, lands in side control, wakes back up, and ends up KOing Dominic Reyes. I think that Yuri Prochazka definitely belongs like borderline A tier. I'm going to put him in the B tier just because I think if he had full-blown plot armor, he would have beat Alex Pereira at UFC 303. I think B tier is pretty fair because I think anybody else at light heavyweight, including Big Ank, I know that you guys think I'm a Big Ank glazer. I fuck with Big Ank. He's my boy. You know, obviously, I hit him up. I told him to change the name. He changed his name to Big Ank. I think Yuri Prochazka could plot armor his way through fucking Big Ank, dude. He has that level of bringing the storm. So we're going to put Yuri in the B tier. Shout out Yuri Prochazka. Why is Manel Cup so fucking little in this thing, bro? What the fuck, dude? Now, next one on the list. This is another S tier. Hall of Fame plot armor equipped. Nobody talks about it, lads. I'm going to fucking fluke Michael Chandler, lads. I'm going to win the fucking belt, you know? Bro, take a look at this picture of Ilya and Paddy next to each other because I'm letting you know right now these two will be fighting at some point. There's nothing can stop Paddy Pimblett. When will you guys realize this, man? People genuinely picked Bobby Green to beat this guy in the UK. I was like, are you fucking serious? You seriously think the UFC is going to let Bobby Green be the guy that derails this? No, bro. Paddy Pimblett, I have no like doubts. I have so much faith in this guy's plot armor. None of my analysis of Paddy Pimblett really comes down to his fighting ability. And that's why I always hate on the outside foot battle shit because, you know, if you look at pure striking, Bobby Green should have been able to do well against Paddy Pimblett. He got fucking smoked, dude. People make all these predictions and shit. Dude, Michael Chandler's going to freaking catch him with the left hook, man. Paddy Pimblett is going to plot armor his way through Michael Chandler and finish him somehow. Quicker than fucking somebody else did that's an elite fighter. He's going to fight Charles Oliveira or not Dustin Poirier, Charles Oliveira or Justin Gaethje, and he's going to win a split decision. He's going to be getting a title shot. This guy is a main character in the lightweight division. When will people realize this? Paddy Pimblett, he is going to fight for a belt. I'm 110% convinced. Not based on his skills, like, oh, dude, he's actually underrated. He is actually underrated, but I think it's slowly going away. I don't care how shit he looks compared to the other guys. He's going to fight for the belt. The UFC wants him to fight for the belt. He has plot armor. He's a main character. He's going to fight for the belt, dude. 110%, man. All right? Now, this next one's nice to talk about. I'm excited to put this guy on the tier list. We're going to put young Dominic Reyes in the C tier. Now, 2023, I would have put bro in the fucking E tier, man. I would have added a new tier, dropped bro down there and said, listen, man, you know, see you on the other side. It's like Dominic Reyes is still with us. You know what I mean? But now, somebody up above, Big Dana, maybe Hunter, maybe Sean, whoever's in charge of the writing department, whoever's in part of the creative team at UFC, they've brought back Dominic Reyes' character arc, bro. They've revived him. They've redeemed him. They're bringing him back. He's on a win streak. I feel like Dominic Reyes is low-key about to plot armor his way into the top 10 or the top 5. I don't know what it is. I think he's going to beat Nikita Krylov. And, I'm going to let you know now. My UFC 314 predictions, I'm going to mention plot armor. I got a feeling. I just feel like this is going to happen. A lot of my thoughts about 314, I'm thinking, dude, I just feel like Reyes is going to beat Krylov. I just feel like he's going to plot armor his way through Krylov. Paddy Pimblett, Michael Chan. I feel like Paddy Pimblett has main character energy. Even Pitbull. I'm feeling like Pitbull is going to have that Bellator debut plot armor and beat Yair Rodriguez. So I'm going to put Dominic Reyes in the C tier because he did get chinned by Ryan Spann. And I do think he could get chinned by Nikita Krylov. And I don't think he would beat anyone in the top 5. But I could see him go on a nice little run, like 1 or 2 more wins, and then he gets chinned. So I'm going to put Dominic Reyes in the C tier, okay? Next guy on the tier list. Brother, I don't give a fuck about this, brother. I don't, brother. I have to go A tier, brother. You know. Listen, man. Khamzat Chimaev should be S tier. But the fucking immune system but at the same time, I'm gonna be real, bro. The immune system problems is why he's not in the S tier. But at the same time, I feel like they also add to his plot armor. Like, any fight where you go, shit, dude, this might be a tough fight, Chimaev pulls out. Boom, we don't have to worry about it, you know? We just avoided the whole Paulo Costa fight. You know what I mean? We jumped straight back into the Robert Whittaker fight, right? And I feel like every single opportunity where we could have seen the plot armor cracked, like the Gilbert Burns fight or the Kamaru Usman fight, he just clutches up. Like, I think I'm not going to put Chimaev in the S tier because I could see him losing because of the issues that he has in his fighting style, like his cardio in late round 2. He gets a second win in round 3 a lot of his fights, but I still think that the way that this guy can shoot a takedown from fucking 20 feet away and still get it regardless of who he's fighting, literally fighting fucking Robert Whittaker, mate, and Kamaru Usman, he can shoot it the worst takedown you've ever seen, still get it, and still control them. It makes no sense. You have to put him in this conversation. I'm going to put him in the A tier because, like I said, if he had full-blown S tier, like, plot armor, he would be champion already. That's what I'll say, dude, because realistically, when he came into the UFC, I was like, bro, this guy's going to win the belt. This guy's, I was watching that division like, bro, please don't feed McGregor to this guy, man. Please, because they were talking about McGregor Chimaev when he debuted. I was like, please don't do that to my boy McGregor, man. Please don't feed McGregor to this guy. You know, now I don't give a fuck, right? But Chimaev, I think if he had S tier plot armor, he would have won the belt already. He would have fought Leon Edwards and beat him and exposed that matchup. I think he would have beat Usman back then as well. Then again, though, 5 rounds, maybe he avoided getting road checked by Usman fighting 5 rounds and he made it up to middleweight and got to get that win. So I don't know. He's kind of paradoxical. I'm going to put him in the A tier, though. All right, man. Next guy to talk about. Come on, man. Come on, man. We're going to be rising up, but right now I'm going to be humble. We are going to be humble. We're going to put ourselves at C tier. Anthony Fluffy Hernandez. Doesn't matter what happens to this guy, man. You can rock him to the body. He has a really good chin. He has a really, like, chinny body, bro. This guy gets hit to the body and just gets rocked every single time. But it doesn't matter, bro, because he can just find a way to win round 2 and 3 against anybody. He's losing round 1 to everybody. He's winning 2 and 3 against everybody. Anthony Hernandez is a sneaky little plot armor character. I'm not going to put him in the B or the A tier because I don't think he's had to prove it against really elite guys yet. Like, he hasn't had to fight like an Adesanya or a Whittaker or somebody like that where you can kind of prove it. Or fights where it's like, bro, surely he fucking loses this. Or people think he's really not that good and he just wins regardless. Same with Paddy Pimblett. I think Paddy Pimblett, even though he hasn't fought like a top contender yet, I know he's going to plot armor his way through it. And I'm not 100% sure on Anthony Hernandez, so I'm going to put him in the C tier. But I do think he's going to be champion. All right, man? Let's move on and listen, man, you know, like I said, I like to be humble, dude. Listen, man, things have not been going good for me lately, man. I got chinned by Kai Kara France. It was a, kid landed a lucky overhand, swung for the, bum landed a lucky shot. It is what it is, dude. He got his revenge for what happened when we sparred. And I'm feeling like this Moreno fight is just bad. I don't like this Moreno fight, bro. I'm really worried for Usyk, bro. Why is he fighting fucking Brandon Moreno in Mexico, dude? Why do we keep sending my boy to fucking Brazil, to Mexico? Are we trying to get this guy fucking attacked by the cartel on top of losing to number 1 and the champion in the division? What the fuck are we doing? Why can't this guy fight fucking Ramazan Temirov or Tim Elliott? Why does he have to fight fucking Brandon Moreno and Pantoja and Kai Kara France, who's locked in all of a sudden now? Like, Kai Kara France got the Christmas presents he asked for from Santa, and now he's feeling fucking happy. He's got some pip in his step, and he KOs Steve Usyk with a lucky overhand, dude. It's so fucking unfair, dude. But Steve Usyk, he's not having good luck. It seems like the writing staff is kind of turned against him. I'm going to put him in the D tier, unfortunately. As much as it hurts, I just have to be honest, man. All right? Now, this next one. O'Malley. Dude, imagine not putting me in the fucking S tier, dude. Sean O'Malley has plot armor. Like, I made this video like 2 years ago. I put him as the main character of Bantamweight because of the way that he beat Aljamain Sterling. It made no sense. And dude, I love when these plot armor wins happen. People try and act like they knew. They're like, dude, you picked Aljo over O'Malley? Dude, you're fucking casual, dude. Everyone knew O'Malley was gonna stuff every takedown when he got taken down by fucking Petr Yan, dude. Everyone knew this guy was gonna destroy Aljo. I love when people fucking do that, dude. They did it with Strickland. I said, dude, you didn't pick Strickland? Dude, you're a fucking idiot, dude. Sean O'Malley has that type of plot armor where people act like they knew he was going to win the entire time. And I think that he may be able to clutch up against Merab in a rematch based purely on the Dana White privilege plot armor, where if the UFC wants you to be champion, they want you to fight for the belt, it will fucking happen. Exactly what's going to happen with Paddy Pimblett, exactly what happened with Ilia Topuria, Chimaev, all these guys. Sean O'Malley's another one. Beat Petr Yan. They said, all right, Sean, just wait. Listen, kid, just wait on the sidelines, dude. We're gonna run Aljo through as many fights as we can. Then we're gonna call him up on short notice. All right, kid. Whatever they want, it does happen via the plot. Unless you're like so goated, you can just avoid this shit. Sean O'Malley has plot armor, dude. I could see him beating Merab. I could see him finding a way to beat Umar. I know that that's not a popular opinion. People love to hate on Sean O'Malley, but you cannot deny that this guy, if he goes to a close decision with anybody in this division, like if the Merab fight is any closer than it was, O'Malley gets given that decision. That's just a fact. That's the badges he has equipped. Infinite split decision victories, infinite title shots equipped. This guy's going in the A tier. And another guy that's exactly like that is fucking Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira has like KO power plot armor on top of the Jan Blachowicz fight. Yeah, fuck it. Let's give it to Alex Pereira, you know? The Magomed Ankalaev fight. I thought Ankalaev won, right? I thought Ankalaev won. But when they started reading those scorecards and they're talking about the live odds and shit, like John Anik stressing that you can bet on the live odds. Pereira's an underdog going to the decision right now. Not sure I agree with that. I really thought they were about to show off the plot armor of Alex Pereira, but it did get cracked, so we're going to put him in the A tier as opposed to the S tier. This guy definitely is a main character of the UFC. If that Ankalaev, again, just like the O'Malley fight, if that Ankalaev fight is any tiny bit closer, they give him that decision, even if I don't think he won, right? Even if I thought Ankalaev was the better fighter on that day, they will give this guy a fucking decision if they can. And Alex Pereira gets to fight whoever he wants, whenever he wants. He puts the Ankalaev fight in Ramadan. As soon as Ankalaev gets booked, he gets the Khalil fight at fucking Elevation against a guy with no real reason to be fighting for the belt. Alex Pereira definitely is a plot armor superstar. Even the Izzy fight, like just rising up the division in 4 fights and getting the title. He's the fucking A tier candidate for this. He was S tier, but the Ankalaev fight knocked him down to the A. Yeah, dude, I feel like that he's a very good candidate for this, all right? But this next guy to talk about, listen, man, this is my boy, it's my dog. Curtis Blaydes is going in the C tier, man. The writing team is doing everything they fucking can to prevent this guy from getting the belt. They literally will have this guy get fluked by literally anybody, bro. Like, why the fuck was he beating Derek Lewis? Like, piecing up Derek Lewis, like dominating Derek Lewis. This fucking blob is getting pieced up. Curtis Blaydes is styling on him, jabbing him, leg kicking him. The second Curtis Blaydes shoots takedown, all of a sudden, Derek Lewis, who gets taken down by fucking Tai Tuivasa, this guy all of a sudden has the timing of a fucking gazelle. Like, this guy has the fucking grace and timing of a fucking cat in an alleyway, dude. Snipes an uppercut perfectly. When have you ever done that to anybody else? How does this guy only pull that off against fucking Curtis Blaydes? That is what I'm saying. Curtis Blaydes has anti-plot armor. He can beat all these other guys in the division. He gets to the main fight, like where he's about to go into a main character status. Something goes wrong. Even the Tom Aspinall fight, he's doing good. Jab, knockdown, Aspinall jumps on his back, bro, just blobs him out with like fucking little ground and pound. You have to stop that fight, dude, you know? So Curtis Blaydes, very unlucky, still very talented. I'm not going to put him in the D tier because his career's not falling apart. He's still a top 5 heavyweight. He still has time in the division. He's not even that old, so I'm going to put Curtis Blaydes in the C tier. I'm going to hope that he can move up into the B or the A tier. Like, come on, man. Give my boy a chance for the belt, man. Come on, dude. Man, it's fucking annoying, but It is what it is, dude. The guy's in fucking C tier, dude. It is what it is, all right? Now, the reason that you are here, I mean, come on, man. DDP's S tier, bro. Bro, I have no idea what you're talking about, bro. This is all... I have the best technique in the UFC, bro. I am coming with spinning back fist, and I put my thumb inside my fist to protect it. You know, I'm coming with, you know, spinning head kicks and everything that I have. I've pulled mounts so many times in training for these fights. I don't have plot armor, bro. I'm just the main character. Dricus du Plessis. I thought this shit was going to run out. I thought this fuckery was going to end at some point. When he beat Whitaker, I was like, very funny. Very funny. When he beat Strickland by split decision, I'm thinking, all right, dude, plot armor's running out, man. You go into a split decision with fucking Sean Strickland. And since then, I don't know if he's, like, upgraded the plot armor or he's actually become, like, very, skillful. Like, not just good. Like, he was good. Like, I don't know how to explain it. He's good, but he doesn't look good. You know what I mean? But now he's kind of looking good the way that he's fighting. I think Dricus du Plessis is an S tier candidate for this. This guy is literally like a Looney Tunes protagonist in the UFC. Doesn't matter what happens to him, he finds a way to win. I'm certain he's like the only person right now that can beat Khamzat Chimaev purely based on plot armor. Like, if I take away what I know about Dricus du Plessis and I just think who's the better fighter, I think, bro, Chimaev should be able to fucking beat this guy, right? Chimaev's just unstoppable. But Dricus du Plessis, knowing this guy, he'll fucking pull side control, reverse a DAS, end up on top, somehow jump a ghillie, get a tap. Like, Dricus du Plessis is just unstoppable via plot armor. So we have to put him in the S tier, man. There's no way around it, dude. He is the definition of plot armor in the UFC. I've got a couple of people left to talk about. And listen, man, this one... Listen. Let me tell you about this kid, Jack Della Maddalena. Listen, my boy kind of has plot armor, bro. That's another reason why I'm picking this guy over Bilal. He kind of has plot armor, dude. Think about it, bro. That Kevin Holland fight, fucking disgraceful judging. I had it 30-27 JDM. I'm not, oh my god, I already know the comments about to be like, fucking, dude, JDM did not win 30-25 against Holland, bro. Like, with the skull emojis and shit. But he deadass pieced up Kevin Holland, and they make it a split decision for Holland. The judges could have easily fucked that up and gave it to Kevin Holland. Same with the Basil Hafez fight, because DC was convinced. He even kind of gaslit me. I was like, shit, did JDM lose that fight, bro? You know what I mean? Was that a robbery? Because people got gaslit by the Basil Hafez fight, right? Even the fucking Burns fight, he's down 2-0 somehow on the scorecards, but he clutches up. He does have clutch gene. He does have plot armor. If he beats Bilal Muhammad, especially if he's losing and then he pulls off a KO, bro, put him in the S tier, dude. He's joining the greats. He's joining the legends of the game. Right now, I'm going to be humble. I'm going to put my GOAT JDM in the B tier, all right? Because I feel like he does have a little bit of plot armor on his side. But not too much to where it's like noticeable the way that it was for DDP. Like DDP back in 2023, he was an S tier candidate already, right? He's just continued it. JDM, I'll put him at B. I'll see what he does with listen, we'll see how this thing plays out, all right? Now, this next guy, I haven't talked about him in a while. He recently got a fight announced. People wanted to know my opinion. Bot Nickel, your time has come. There's no way out of this one, brother. Bot Nickel, he had the Jake Paul plot armor. He had the NPC prospect with an overhand plot armor. He had the Contender Series plot armor. He's fighting fucking jabronis and literal NPCs. That time has ended. Now you're fighting Rainier Derrida. The plot armor will be ending at UFC Des Moines, I believe it is. Des Moines, whatever the fuck it is. Iowa. Cool. I didn't know that was a real place, but shout out to Des Moines, Iowa, if any of you guys are from there. Bo Nickel, that's where his career is going to be ending, bro, because this guy's losing to Rainier Derrida. His plot armor as a hyped up Dana White glazed prospect is slowly declining, and I think it's going to die against Rainier Derrida. I do think that Bo Nickel, if he moves down to welterweight, can go on a pretty decent run, because I don't think he's a big, like, filled out middleweight. I think at welterweight, he'd be a lot more like advantageous for his style and his abilities. I think he should move down to welterweight after the Rainier Derrida fight. But if he manages to beat RDR, who also kind of has plot armor, I think Bo Nickel can head into the A tier. But right now, I'm pretty confident he's not going to win that fight. I'm going to put him in the C tier and say that it will be running out very, very soon this year, okay? I've got 3 people left to talk about. All of them are greats in this conversation. Like, these guys are borderline Mount Rushmore candidates, all right, man? First guy to talk about, Derek Lewis. The fluke master himself. Like I said before, this guy against fucking Tai Tuivasa, fakes going out cold. This guy against fucking Marcos Rogerio de Limio, whatever this guy's name is, the fucking hard-boiled egg that he was fighting. Just flukes a flying knee. Flukes a flying... When have you ever shot that shot before? Against Curtis Blade, just flukes a perfect uppercut. Flukes the number 2 contender in the division. Curtis Blade somehow manages to beat Francis Ngannou by decision. This guy doesn't make any fucking sense, bro, because in the same year, he'll lose to fucking Sergey Spivak dominantly. He'll get absolutely folded by fucking Tai Tuivasa at his peak blob physique. This guy makes absolutely no sense. Every time I think, okay, he's officially fucking done, he's given up trying, he comes back with a crazy win. He is a plot armor merchant. Derek Lewis belongs in the A tier. He's a borderline S tier, but because he didn't win the belt, like if he fluked DC or fucking Cyril Gane, bro, he's going S tier, right? But I think for the career he's had, he belongs in the A tier. Shout out to Derek Lewis, man. Next guy to talk about, I think Islam Makhachev has B tier plot armor, bro. I do think that he is like he has obviously, you know, the buffs that he has, Dagestani plot armor. That's a real thing. That really is a real thing. I really believe that Dagestani plot armor. That's a real thing. He has that going for him. He has the lightweight goat kind of aura. I think that helps him. But I will say that the plot armor of Islam Makhachev, obviously he did get to fight Volkanovski on short notice. He got to fight Moicano on short notice. But and I guess Bobby Green on short, and Dan Hook. Actually, you know what? Yeah, he actually does have fucking plot armor. He got to fight a lot of good guys on his resume on short notice, and usually on short notice, he looks way better than he does on full camp. So I would say that Islam Makhachev, 110% the best fighter in the UFC right now. Like, he's neck and neck with Ilya Topuria. Pause. Jesus Christ. Pause, right? But he has built a lot of his legacy on some pretty good circumstances. Like, he didn't have to fight Beneil Dariush back in his prime. Like, prime Benny, low-key would have been a struggle for this guy. I mean, Thiago Moises took him down. Imagine what prime Beneil Dariush would have done. But he got to avoid that matchup. Beneil Dariush literally broke his leg. That is plot armor for Islam. I'm going to put him in the B tier, though, because, you know, the Charles Oliveira fight, the first Volk fight, you know, a couple of his other contender wins, and just his general consistency. I think we can all agree that Islam Makhachev is not, like, fluking these guys. Like, he is genuinely that good. He had some weird circumstances where people maybe thought it wasn't legit, but we all know how good Islam is. I can't put him in the A or the S tier and be like, yeah, this guy's you fucking lucky ass dude, this guy's fluking people, or this guy's a main character. Islam Makhachev is just that good, and he has a little bit of luck on his side. I'm going to put him in the B tier, all right, man? But there is one person left to fucking talk about in the S tier, and it's not just a person, it's a team. The Fighting Nerds plot armor. I just need to give it up for whoever wrote this storyline, because these guys, all of them, except for Bruno Brazil, who ruined my fucking life at UFC 312, and I haven't forgotten about that, dude. Don't think I forgot. Don't think shit's sweet. Because you're kind of, you know, because you're kind of bad. Don't think shit is sweet, bro. Because you fucked up UFC 312 for me and a lot of my friends as well. But the rest of the Fighting Notes, Kai Baralho, Gene Silvio, whatever the guy's name is, Carlos Prates, what's the other guy? Mauricio Rufy. These guys all have fucking plot armor. They're all undefeated in the UFC. They're KOing everybody. They're able to beat all these guys in any sort of way. They have obviously a very good system there at the Fighting Nerds gym. The coaches clearly put a lot of time into tape study. You can see how well these guys know their opponent's movements and their go-tos. It's not just plot armor, but a lot of it kind of is, dude. Like, they're getting these matchups where it's like, yeah, dude, these guys are definitely going to be going on a run. It genuinely feels like all of these guys could make a run to the belt. And there's no way to explain a whole team being like 95 overalls in terms of their potential other than plot armor. So I have to put the Fighting Nerds as a team up in the S tier. But yeah, this is my tier list. These are the UFC fighters with plot armor. Let me know what you think down below, man. Who do you think the writing staff absolutely fucking loves at the UFC? Who do you think is getting written off in the year of 2025? I'd love to hear that in the comments down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like. Subscribe to the channel. I am going to America this week, so some of the videos will be pre-recorded, which for a lot of other YouTubers would be a problem. But for my fan base, I mean, they already have pre-recorded comments. I'm sure I could literally upload a video going, hey guys, I actually won the UFC championship. The top comment would be like, bro, JDM did not win the fucking belt, bro. Or like, aged like milk, or everything you said is wrong. I could literally upload a video of anything and the comments would be that. So I don't think it'll be a huge change. I will have my stuff with me, so if any news drops, I will be doing videos about it while I'm in the States. But yeah, just wanted to let you guys know. Appreciate all the support, man. You guys have been going crazy with it. Yeah, appreciate you guys. Subscribe if you're not already. Drop a like. Go follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Bedtime MMA. And I will see you guys in the next video, man. Goodbye.